while I was a VP, there was one day where all the other administrators were gone, and there was a fight exploded in the lunch area between 4 girls. And I had to grab 2 of them, and I had the custodians help me. They locked them in rooms separate from each other. And the one that I talked to first, I said, "What's going on?" And she said, "Well, you know, understand that so-and-so was a girlfriend of my cousin, but she used to like my brother, and then my uncle, and my aunt, and my aunt." And I felt like she was throwing spaghetti all over me. It was making sense to her. Like, these are essential, like, connections. If you can see how this kind of grew and exploded. And I go, at the end, I go, "I really don't know what you're talking about. I can't make all these connections." I said, "All I want you to do, I want to make you feel safe here, and I want to protect you." She goes away later on to what I call the Earth Mother I had. She's lived in this barrio, Logan. She comes walking back and says, "What did you say to her?" And I said, I don't know what she was saying to me. And she goes, "She says she really feels safe with you." And I go, "Wow." Well, what's interesting is by the end of that year, and hearing multiple of those stories, I started to be able to put spaghetti connected. I was able to do it. All those relational things that are super important in a Latino neighborhood, you know, my white brain was having a hard time. And at the end, I was turning a little brown. It was a good thing. I was starting to understand the kind of complexity, but I had to suffer through it. I had to listen through it. And that's the message I have for you today, because this is not learning how to do Cornell notes or whatever you guys do that's step by step that you can learn in about an hour and go practice with your kids and okay, it's done. Curriculum is fairly easy, but this relational piece about dealing with humanity and people and your own fears and their fears and how to get a lesson through that ocean, that's hard. And you only do it by engaging. And I recommend this year you pick out one kid that just drives you bat crazy, like crazy, and figure it out. Try every different plug possible. Like, I'm going to try an Apple plug on you. Nope, that doesn't work. How about an Android? No. European plugs. Wait, this is a Russian plug. Just keep trying. And you will suffer. I'm sorry. It's temporary, it'll go away, and you'll be this much greater person, and you'll actually take more pleasure in what you're doing if you don't avoid it. I believe that relationships and connection with students is more important than the academic curriculum. The academic curriculum is important, but without a foundation and a connection to the kids, you can't do it as well. And I just point out that whole study on the East Coast. You can teach, and it looks good, but people aren't learning. I don't know how many people I've met who've been in 4 years of Spanish and don't speak Spanish. It's because, in a sense, it's not taught right. And it needs to be more social. There has to be more social interaction, the connections between students and the teacher. And those have to be built intentionally, because too often it's just, okay, go sit down, I'm gonna bird out this stuff, I'm gonna throw it out there, and you either get it or not. No, you have to make sure they get it. It's kind of like you're a sheepdog. You're kind of running around making sure everybody gets it. And learning a sheepdog skills takes time, effort, and it's very difficult, but you should be intentional about doing it.